Hello there and welcome to this quick win. Today we're going to be looking at a new feature within Google Classroom, and this is Class Analytics. Now if you look up here in the top corner of the screen, you will see the new Class Analytics button. And if you give this a little click, it will load up a screen, and this screen gives you a little summary of the Google Classroom, but it gives it to you in a very nice viewpoint. So what we have here is I can see that in this class, in the last 30 days, my assignment completion has dropped by 10%. Now that's about right because I've had a few students absent in the last little while, so I'd expect that to be down a little bit, and they've got some outstanding tasks to complete, some homework. But over here you can see that the average class over the last 30 days has actually increased by 15%. So I can see the trend as a class is generally going in the right direction. And finally over here I can see that all 6 students of my class have been active in the classroom over the last 30 days. Now if I scroll down a little bit, you can see that for each student, and I've blurred out the students' names for their privacy, but for each student listed here I can see the assignment completion rate, I can see the number of outstanding assignments, the average mark for those assignments over the time period I got selected, and I can see that all of my students have been active within the last week within the classroom, and you can see 3 of them have been active within the last week. Now if I want to, I can drill down a bit further. I could change this to 7 days. This will then reload all the data and look at the last 7 days. So in the last week I can see that the class average has increased by 1%, and I can see that how the activity in the classroom has changed over that time period. And this is quite good because I can go back 30 days, 90 days, and go back to January or back to August. Now because this is a fairly new feature, not all the data exists that far back at the moment, but moving forward it will do. So sometimes you might find these little summaries underneath aren't there if the data is not present for it to calculate that. But it means that you can see how the class is doing as a whole, are they generally tracking in the right direction, and it flags up any students who need to be reviewed or might need some additional support. It also shows which students are accessing the Google Classroom. It doesn't show us the exact date they last accessed it, but it shows us that they are accessing it fairly regularly. And any student that obviously says that they're unable to do the homework or they've attempted it, you'll be able to go in there and have a little look and see, well, the classroom hasn't been accessed in whatever the time frame.